This is my perspective as a psychologist who has spent nearly 10 years studying this state, studying how our mind works when we are truly alive. Have you ever experienced a moment when time seemed to disappear? I don't mean being busy, I mean being deeply immersed. You're playing an instrument, writing code, running, or just having a heartfelt talk with someone who truly understands you. And suddenly, 2 hours feel like 5 minutes. What is that state? And why don't we experience it more often? At the end of this video, I'll give you 3 powerful insights that can help you unlock the deepest state of human happiness and learn how to stay there. As a psychologist, I can tell you, it's not magic. It's a real, well-researched psychological state. We call it flow. The great psychologist Abraham Maslow once called it a peak experience. Ancient writings describe it with terms like emptiness or nothingness, borrowed from Zen Buddhism and Taoism. But to a psychologist, this isn't a negative emptiness. It's a state of absolute presence, a mind so complete that self-consciousness disappears. What's really happening inside your brain? When you enter flow, something remarkable takes place. The part of your brain responsible for your inner critic, that voice that whispers fear, counts your doubts, and reminds you of deadlines, temporarily quiets down. Psychologically, we could say the ego, your sense of self, steps aside to make room for deeper, more intuitive, creative processes. You stop trying to create, you simply create. This is what Picasso meant when he said he felt a greater force painting through him. It wasn't magic, it was his brain performing at peak efficiency, unburdened by judgment or doubt. So, why do most of us feel stuck? Why does life feel dull and repetitive? The ancient text says we've become impatient, and our senses have grown dull. Psychologically, that's absolutely true. Most of us live in what neuroscientists call the default mode network, constantly replaying the past or worrying about the future. We've become experts at planning life, instead of living it. We're too busy chasing the next goal, the next promotion, the next like, that we go numb to the beauty right in front of us. This isn't just a philosophical problem. It's the root of much of our anxiety and burnout in the modern world. So, who can experience flow? This state isn't reserved for geniuses. You don't have to be Picasso. Think about this. Have you ever had a conversation with a soul-level friend where you felt completely connected? You lost track of time. That's flow. Have you ever been so absorbed in a challenging project that you even forgot to eat lunch? That's flow. It's not a gift for the few. It's a fundamental psychological need. It's the inner reward we receive when we honor what Abraham Maslow called self-actualization, the drive to become our truest self. So, how do we turn on that switch? The original text hints at 2 conditions, an inner beauty and a force that awakens it. In psychology, we call them intrinsic motivation and optimal challenge. Intrinsic motivation, doing something you love so deeply that you do it without any reward or reason. Optimal challenge, a task that stretches your skills, but doesn't overwhelm them. When these 2 meet, the thing you love and the thing that challenges you, you enter flow. Finally, the text asks, is there a single switch that works for everyone? And it concludes, love. As a psychologist, I can confirm this is true. But not just romantic love. It's what humanistic psychologist Carl Rogers called unconditional positive regard, a deep state of acceptance. It's what Maslow, at the end of his life, placed above self-actualization, self-transcendence, the need to connect with something greater than yourself. So, I want to leave you with 3 messages, distilled from 10 years of psychological practice. First, listen to your inner voice. That's your intrinsic motivation speaking. Don't ignore it. Second, seek genuine connection. Research by Dr. Martin Seligman shows that happy people are extremely social. Flow often happens between people. And third, remember, you are already enough, and the world is waiting for what only you can bring, because that's where real life begins. Not when you're chasing the next thing, but when you finally allow yourself to flow. In that space, you don't just exist, you become alive, awake, present, and deeply human. That, to me, is the psychology of truly living. Thank you for staying till the end. I'm glad you were here. If something in this touched you, write me a line below. I'd love to hear your story. And if this space feels like home, you can subscribe. No rush, just when it feels right.